So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. CrazyCatLady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. Blade, just like Solly did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So I finally got to watch Hunger Games. Sadly, it was in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Sadly, it was not in theaters. I had I had personal problems. Let's leave it at that. So I bought it digitally off of an app. So I did not break any. So that's how I still gave money to the company. I got it off of Fango. So yeah, because that's the only way you can watch it. You don't go to the movie theater. So, what do I think about this movie? I read the book twice. Once when it first came out, and then again, right when this movie came out. So like refresh my memory, and it still didn't help. Because I still rewatching this, I'm still not sure if I remember everything that correctly happened in the book. So yeah, maybe I should have read it again, but I know. But right now I'm reading Game of Thrones, so I really cannot go back to this book right now. Oh well. So, how close is this to the book? I think it's pretty faithful. It did forget some stuff, obviously. What movie doesn't? But I think they got to the games a lot sooner in the movie than they did in the book. So, what is this movie about? It's about how Coriolanus Lannis became the evil man that he is in the Hunger Games. We see him start out basically timid in this movie, and they do show a little bit of the war from here. Now, I don't think that's in this book. If I say anything that I don't think that's in this book, you can correct me. Just be polite and say that is in the book. So, yeah, this remember it's been a while since I read it, well, at least 2 months. So, Coriolanus has to go and be a mentor to Lucy Gray, who is the same district that Katniss will be in 74 years, because this takes place not 74 years, 64, because this is the 10th annual, and Katniss does the 74th, so yeah. And he helps make sure that she survives probably not the goodest way possible, because he does it by cheating. He ends up using his 2 things that he got from his parents. His mom's things to help make up things, like make her a face, and he put sulfur in there, and 2 of the people get hurt. One that has tuberculosis ends up drinking the water that's basically a multi-cocktail, thinking it's water, and one Lucy sprays on top of that one of the members. So yeah, but we have we have a couple of the mentors that die before the games, by teasing the person they're supposed to mentor by giving, like, saying, here's the water, and she ends up getting killed, and so does her tribute. So, and they do treat them differently in this book, in this movie, than they do in the future. In the future, they let them sleep in apartments and stuff like that. In this movie, they sleep in the zoo. Lucy does, and the other tributes. And so what do I like about this movie? I do like Peter Dinklage's character, Dean Highbottom. He does a great job playing this character who is mad at himself for what he did, because it's his fault that these Hunger Games exist, and now he's full of regret, and he's trying to find a way to make the Hunger Games not happen anymore. But instead, Coriolanus ends up trying to make it more entertaining to watch by having them making sure they get more healthy, stuff like that, making sure they're still victor, even after there's like 2 attempts from the rebels, one that blows up the arena and one that kills the president's son in the Capitol. And he makes sure that Lucy survives by using the tissue to make sure that she doesn't, like, her smells on there, the Kleenex that he used to clean her tears earlier. So because he learned that the snakes that Dr. Gall, the one who really is the bad guy in this, because she is the one that makes sure that Coriolanus turns out the way he is by inducting him into the way she thinks. So, and by asking him what is the Hunger Games for, and makes him think that the Hunger Games are for to make the Capitol go up, basically, instead of them. They really shouldn't be existing anymore, period, and not be around long enough for Katniss to deal with it, because Katniss is, and the other tributes during her time, had no idea what really happened, because they are descendants of the war, and they should not be having to suffer of their ancestors. So, and so, the snakes that they sent in here at the very end, near the end of the Hunger Games, did bite one of Coriolanus' cat classmates. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure in the book, they do show what happens to her at the very end, before Coriolanus leaves, or during the Hunger Games. In this movie, they kind of leave, if they kind of make it like she dies, but I think, I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember. Doesn't she have snake features in the book? I'm trying to remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. But and we saw one of his friends, the one that he got basically uses in order for him to get wealth, because in the beginning of the movie he starts out poor in the richest place. So his friend goes in there, tries to give him put food crumbs on there, and Cornelius has to kill one of the tributes in order to get out of there, in order to get him and his friend out of there. Well, one of the tributes named Reaper covers up all the ones who have died so far with a rug, and says, "How are you gonna punish me now?" basically. And I did like that part. And Lucy ends up almost getting stabbed, but she survives because she sings. Also has what Coriolanus does, but she charms the snakes. I do like the fact that they actually have like, most of, if not all, of the songs that she sings in here. So, because she's supposed to be a singer. And I think that she did. I think the actress in here, we know I'm not a big fan of her. I probably would never like her because what she said. But I think she did a good job. Because, compared to what a lot of other people who did last year, like other people who like were criminals and they got to be in the movie still. She just said something that I didn't agree with. So, well, it's Snow White. So, I'm not gonna punish the whole entire movie for that. I don't really ever do that. I may not like her. I don't. But I'm still gonna watch this movie nonetheless, even though she's in it. And I wish I would have gone to the theater for this. This is actually a pretty good movie. So, after Coriolanus cheats and Lucy wins, he gets sent to to be in the army basically, or the peacemakers, and he has to, as punishment, by Dean Highbottom, because the Dean Highbottom figured out that he cheated. So, but really, the Dr. Gall goes along with it because she sees it as teaching of him to become the man that she wants him to be, and make sure the games gets continued. And his friend goes with him, but his friend almost becomes a rebel, not really acts like a soldier. So, they end up like he goes and see Lucy, sees her twice at the bar, and meets one of her ex-boyfriends, Billy, and after like tries to make a move on her, and there ends up being a bar fight. Coriolanus beats Billy up to get him off of her, and they end up falling up here starting around this time, and he tries to keep their love a secret by going to see them, and I think they age one of the band members up because there's supposed to be an 8-year-old with them, but all of them were teenagers. So, and they like go to the lake and swim together, and then we see Lucy pick up a plant that she calls Katniss. So they're pretty much saying this is where Katniss in the future gets her name from this plant. So, yeah. And after that, after like another one of her concert scenes, Billy and one of the other villagers and the mayor's daughter try to like have a gun to like start a rebel thing, and Snow's friends there to help them, and Snow overhears this, and so does Lucy. Oh yeah, and they also had earlier they had Snow witnessed a hanging, and we hear the Jabberwock the birds that we see in the future with Katniss that sing songs or mock or copy somebody's word. They're like their parrots or crows, and he just gets the idea to send back one of the birds to get his friend in trouble because he wants to help out the rebels instead of actually being a soldier. And so he basically gets his friend killed here by sending back, and Dr. Gall overhears and has his friend killed. And also, this is when he also kills another person. So he's killed now 3 people because he also kills the mayor's daughter, and Billy is getting killed there too by one of his friends. And so both him and his friend and Lucy's hands are dirty because they're the ones who are responsible for the mayor's daughter's death. And so Lucy has to leave because if they find the guns, she can get killed. She'll get blamed for it. So she has to leave, and Coriolanus has to go with her, even though he can go to District 2. But if they find the guns, he can get killed. So he ends up leaving with her, and eventually they do find the guns that they were trying to hide to make sure nobody finds out. And Coriolanus gets flips up and mentions that he killed 3 people. Lucy does not know that he killed his own friend. So, and he mentions that I killed my own self. So that was the 3rd person. So after that, when they find the guns, she goes to find one of the Katniss's roses, and this is when they get separated. And then she tries to get Coriolanus tries to dispose one of the guns, and he goes out there armed because he know how to feel about her because he says for some reason she says to him he's a loose end, that she's a loose end now. So he goes out there and he starts shooting because he got bit by a snake, and he thinks that she set it on him because she's known to do that. She set a snake on the mayor's daughter once. So, but we don't know. And it was also under the scarf that Coriolanus gave to her. So he thinks that he was trying to kill him. So he just starts shooting the gun, and we don't know if it hits her or not. But he ends up going back home after he destroys the guns, and he goes back home because he thought he was going to go to District 2, but he gets sent back home because Dr. Gall wants to be able to train him under her tutelage. So, and he ends up poisoning the Dean Highbottom because Dean Highbottom was the one who sent him out there and wanted to win, to basically gloat that I killed the son of my friend too, was the one who actually took the idea from me to make the Hunger Games. So, and he's the one who kept it alive. And since he's the one that sent him out there in the first place, he poisoned him. So, yeah. What do I think about this movie? I think it's pretty faithful to the book. So, I forgot to read this last page. I want to read the last page to you guys. She could fly around District 12 all she likes. And her Mockingjay, she could never harm him again. Sometimes he remembered a moment of sweetness, almost wished he ended differently. It would never have been worked out between them if he stayed. It seems too difficult. He didn't like love. The way that he made feel stupid and vulnerable. If he had ever married, he chose someone incredible willfully of his heart. Someone he hated. Even so, he could never manipulate the way Lucy Gray had. Never make him feel jealous or weak. Chlor would be perfect, imagine. The two of them. president and his first lady, pretending that the Hunger Games for a few years from now. He continued the games, of course. He would rule Panem. People would call him a tyrant, an iron fist, and cruel, but at least he would be ensured survival of state, giving them a chance to mark what humanity would hope for. Really, it should thank him. He paused. Panem's nightclub allow himself a small smile. A person that could get rat poison at any number of places. But his suspicion explodes from the night and weakened to the home. It has been pinned away into the mocking bottle, glimmering into ever he glimpsed the judge of the opening flint of the bottle cleaned. There is nothing that made Dean Hotbottom suspicion that he pulled from the trash, slipped into his pocket. Nothing that ensured drop and dripped mull of his tongue. Although he couldn't hope that the Dean drew his final breath, he realized so many others have realized that they have challenged him. All of the Panem would know one day what was insperable. Snow lands on top. So I wanted to read that last bit to you guys. So there you go. Like I said before, I did forget some things, but I think it's pretty faithful. So I'm probably gonna give this one like a 9 out of 10. So like, here and subscribe, guys, and bye bye.